Some Republican congressmen have said the memo will shake our democracy to its very core. Others have said it's right out of the KGB playbook. So what's in it? And could it really be that damaging? Joining me now, Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Welcome back, Judge.
Oh, welcome. It's hard to smile over this. How could they have sat on this while the Congress of the United States of America voted to expand unlawful surveillance, knowing of those abuses and keeping that information from their fellow congressmen? 12 people knew it, rather than the 535 who should have known it. That is either incompetence or malfeasance in office to have sat on that information.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's what's most egregious, because as we were having these honest conversations about how to confine the powers that be so they aren't continuing to warrantlessly spy on Americans, and, you know, discussions about the surveillance state in this country, they knew of these abuses of power. Devin Nunes, who is out there selling this reauthorization.
Devin Nunes, who the very week of the reauthorization said there have been instances in which the FBI's intelligence division and the CIA and the NSA have abused the intelligence materials we have let them have. But let's give them more authority to gather more information from us. It shows a disdain for constitutional norms, which is mind-boggling. No one is saying the government can't spy on foreigners and foreign lands. That's the government's job. But to spy on Americans on the basis of area code or zip code or Verizon is your telecarrier? Remember, there's that infamous FISA warrant signed by a judge which authorized them to spy on every customer of Verizon, which includes the Supreme Court, the Pentagon, and Langley itself, the CIA. That is a profound violation of the Fourth Amendment, and they don't seem to care about it.
Have you heard what's in the memo?
No. No. The only thing that I have...
What are they protecting us from?
They are treating us like children. Why is it that 12 of them can know about it and the rest of us can't? I am looking for a courageous member from among the 12 to do what Senator Feinstein did with the CIA torture memo. Take it to the floor of the Congress and release it, where the releaser is immune from criminal and civil liability. One of them should do that with this.
Absolutely. So I'm sorry, what have you heard about the memo?
That it does pertain to the abuse of surveillance and that it is extreme. Now, I don't know what that means. One of them said KGB, one of these members of Congress. The other said people in the FBI and the NSA will lose their jobs when this comes out. Well, bring it out.
Bring it out.
Democracy dies in darkness. How can members of Congress who work for us know about this and we can't?
And why was Senator Rand Paul denied access to one of those skiff rooms where he could have read the memo that every member of the House can read?
Perhaps they thought he would do what I'm suggesting he or others should do, which is take it to the floor of the Congress and release it. But that is also reprehensible. Look, the use of raw intelligence data for political purposes will destroy and undermine democracy. If that happened, FBI, NSA, CIA, we have a right to know about it. It is just as bad for members of Congress to say, we know about it, but we can't do anything, because it's a secret, we can't tell you about it. It's horrific if you know about it, but you'll never know about it. What kind of a democracy is that? Do we work for them, or do they work for us?
So what can be done now? Now that 702 has been reauthorized, and this is a conversation that you and I have been having for months and months. Now that the president has signed that and codified that reauthorization, that expansion of powers, where do we go from here?
Well, if a member of the House Intelligence Committee does not go to the floor of the House and release this stuff, and if the Intelligence Committee does not vote to release it and it is released, then this is just a historical footnote, and we'll be scratching our heads and wondering and worrying, and probably we'll forget about it 6 years from now when the FISA that was just reauthorized, 702, is up for reauthorization again. In the long history of all this spying, no matter how horrific the behavior of the government, the authority to spy keeps getting larger. Freedom keeps shrinking. It never goes the other way.
No, absolutely not. And if you value the Constitution, you can't be outraged by this kind of overreach only when it hurts someone that you're politically aligned with. And my fear is that Republicans, some of them, have been very disingenuous in this regard, and they have essentially ignored.
One week ago, not on set with us, but remotely, you interviewed Senator Wyden of Oregon, a liberal Democrat with whom you and I agree on next to nothing. your interview was terrific. He was so good. He pointed to all the constitutional impediments, and then he said, and it doesn't work. It produces information overload, more data than the government has time to sift through before the tragedy, like San Bernardino or Orlando,
yep.
right? Or this thing that happened right here on the West Side Highway bike path, a few blocks from where we are now, actually happens. Now we have evidence of this abuse in the hands of members of Congress, and they're sitting on it.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, keep us posted, Judge. Thank you so much. Great to talk to you. Always.